24 Facts about Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan was once shot in the neck during a battle. When the enemy army was defeated, he asked which of the enemy shoulder has shot his horse. The archer responsibly stepped forward and even corrected the Khan by saying he shot him in the neck. The man did not beg for mercy and acknowledged that it was the Khan's choice to kill him. But he also swore that if the Khan swore his life, he would become his loyal soldier. Valuing the archer's courage and skill, Genghis Khan rewarded him, and the man went on to be a great general under Khan. Genghis Khan killed more people than Joseph Stalin and Adolf Hitler combined. And remember, he also did all this killing when the Earth's population was much lower than it was when Stalin and Hitler were in power. A legend says that once, when the Mongol defeated the Russian force, they took all the survivors of the battle, laid them on the ground, and put a wooden slab on top of them. The Mongols then proceeded to eat a victory feast over their enemies, watching as the last of the survivors were slowly crushed to the death. Khan never let a slight go unpunished. The Khazmid Empire killed his messengers when he offered to open the trade routes. As a result, he decided to decimate the budding Persian Empire, killing nearly 90% of the civilian Persian population at a time. You could say Iran was caught between Iraq and a hard place. Genghis Khan's armies killed an estimated 40 million people. In fact, his armies killed so many people that he cooled the planet and reduced the carbon footprint of human beings. Mongols didn't like to spill noble, high-born blood on the ground, but they also really liked to killing. They came up with some gruesome loopholes. They loved to bend backs until they snapped, and frequently poured molten silver into the orifice of their victim, and rolled the victim up in a rug and trampled him with the horse. Most of Genghis Khan's most trusted generals were his enemies at one point or another. Genghis Khan invaded China with 90,000 troops and defeated an army of 1 million plus soldiers. He killed nearly 500,000 soldiers, while a great many more, including generals and high ranking officers, defeated to the Mongols. It's not about the size of your army, but how you use it. We still don't know how Genghis Khan died. We do not know it was in August 1227, but the rest remains a mystery. Theories range from an illness, a fall from his horse, or a Grusher battle. He was about 65 years old. Genghis Khan was a master tactician, often employing a clever tricks to defeat his army. Some examples include false retreats to bait enemies into ambush, and tying sticks to horse tails to kick up dust storms equal to those kicked up by large enemies. They would also tie dummies atop horse to make it look like a soldier was riding into battle. Genghis Khan's empire snapped many modern countries and even continents, from Eastern Asia into Eastern Europe. Genghis Khan amassed one of the largest empires history has ever seen. Genghis Khan took many wives throughout his life. His only express was his first wife. Genghis Khan had actually been betrothed to Borte since the tender age of 9. Genghis Khan will often marry his daughters off to local rulers and then use these daughters to rule. He will make his new son in law a military leader and send him off on a campaign. Install the daughter into a position of power at the center of the nation and then wait for husband to die in battle. And then Khan who got new lands and new soldiers for his wars. Genghis Khan had four legitimate sons, all of whom heavily participated in Mongol conquest. His third son, Ogede, became the Khan when Genghis Khan finally died, and he continued his father's conquest of Asia and Europe. Shah Jahan, the Indian Shah responsible for building the Taj Mahal, was actually a descendant of Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan is the most successful biological father of all time, with nearly 16 million descendants. Genghis Khan was a brutal warlord but also a generous ruler. He was among the first global leaders to expand the clergy and the poor from taxation. He created the first international postal service, allowing people to mail parcels and letters to friends and family in other countries without having to hire specialized couriers. Before Genghis Khan united Mongolia under a single banner, it was nothing more than warring nomadic tribes. It took years of hard labor, but he finally did it and earned his name Khan title. Then he turned his full attention to expanding the newly minted empire. No one knows what Genghis Khan looked like. The only image of Khan started appearing after he died, so it's unclear how accurate they are to his likeness. The young Genghis Khan, abducted by an enemy clan as a teenager, and had to make an escape to win his freedom and continue his rise to power. He also killed so many Persians that the population of Persia didn't return to pre Mongol numbers until the 90s, nearly 700 years later. Genghis Khan was born with a blood clot in his fist, foretelling his emergency as a great and powerful leader. Genghis Khan was born with the first name Temujin. He had to earn name Genghis Khan.